And let's begin with some good news for Indian customers. Government in India is working on a new Consumer Protection Act, and PM Modi, while opening a conference, stressed that consumer protection this act will be in line with government's resolve of building a new India. He also said consumer protection is nothing new for India and it goes back to Vedas. Government is finally working on a new Consumer Protection Act that would include, among other things, stricter guidelines on advertisements to ensure people are not misled. PM Modi addressed at the International Conference on Consumer Protection for East, South and Southeast countries and stressed that consumer protection is one of the priorities of his government. Let's hear him out.
हजारों वर्ष पूर्व रचित हमारे वेदों में उपभोक्ता संरक्षण की एक व्यापक चर्चा है। अथर्ववेद में कहा गया है, इमा मात्रा मिमिन हे यथ परानमसातय, यानी वस्तुस्थिति और नापतोल में किसी भी तरह की गड़बड़ी ना करें।
And to talk more on this, we are joined by our guest, who is a consumer expert, Mr. Bijan Mishra. And Mr. Mishra, I would like to first of all ask you your reaction on this particular new Consumer Act that will come in India. Well, this will be new Protection Act that will come in India. The new act will, in a way, we can say that, empower customers to a certain extent. That will be there as far as Consumer Act is concerned. Well, that's one of the problems that Indian customers are facing, that there are no customers laws as far as Indian customers are concerned. 125 crore people in India, but no big laws. Though in 2015, there were some laws which were once again framed according to Indian changing conditions, but that hasn't happened. That has not brought any big relief for Indian customers so far. So that was one big protection act government was working on, and PM Modi today said even our Vedas had this, provisioning for such kind of consumer protection. And spelling more troubles for embattled infra major Jayaprakash Associates, Supreme Court has refused permission to Jayaprakash Associates to hive off rights of multi-crore 6-lane Yamuna Expressway connecting Greater Noida with Agra in Uttar Pradesh. Apex Court, however, extended the time from October 27 to November 5 for the company to deposit rupees 2,000 crore. Jayaprakash Associates had approached Apex Court seeking to hive off rights of Yamuna Expressway and modification or recall of September 11 order linked to deposit of rupees 2,000 crore. Senior advocates Kapil Sibal and Mukul Rohtagi, appealing for Jayaprakash Associates, said company may be permitted to transfer its rights under concession agreement in respect of Yamuna Expressway. During the hearing, bench said home buyers who were earlier moving from pillar to post to get possession of their flats were now getting their money back after courts took up their cause. Apex Court directed Jayaprakash Associates, the parent company of JP Infratech, to take prior approval of the court if it wished to sell any asset or property to raise funds to the tune of rupees 2,000 crore to be deposited by Apex Court Registry by October 27 to pay off the troubled home buyers. And moving to some global story, it is well known saying money attracts money and rich people are getting richer. Well, that's true, and it is apt in most of the cases, as is shown by world's wealthiest individuals that are on a roll, with billionaires in Asia leading the pack. So Asia is topping the billionaires charts. World billionaires, the fortunes have risen to $6 trillion. And China leads the pack of Asian billionaires. In 2016, the Bloomberg Billionaires Index has been released. The number of Asian billionaires has surpassed US for the first time. And US billionaires still control the wealth at $2.8 trillion. 3/4 of new billionaires are from China and India. And world's 500 richest people have added $824 billion in the last year. And billionaire wealth increased to $6 trillion in 2016 after declining in the previous year. UBS and PricewaterhouseCoopers said in a report issued it was led by China, and the billionaire number has just passed. On an average, a new billionaire is created in the region every other day. In Asia, Europe is flat at 342. The entrepreneurial companies can find Europe a difficult place to do business due to both conservative business culture and strict regulations. In fact, images of great wealth is bolstering art and sports more than ever, as art prices have skyrocketed since 2000s. More billionaires have turned to art both as a status symbol as an asset. And let's take a look at who are the billionaires that are adding to the wealth as far as Asia is concerned. China billionaires are adding to wealth in Asia. The first billionaire is Jack Ma, whose net worth is $46.9 billion. He is founder and executive chairman of Alibaba Group. He is global icon in business and entrepreneurship. He is topping the list of China's richest men. He is one of the world's most influential businessmen as well. Second is William Deng, and he is second richest man in China. His net worth is $16.9 billion. Deng has also investments in the property sector in China. And third richest man in China is Ma Huateng. His net worth is around $40 billion. He is founder, president and CEO of Tencent, the producers of WeChat. And Tencent controls China's biggest mobile messaging service. Ma is also deputy to the Shenzhen Municipal People's Congress. And Ma has also served in 12th National People's Congress. Other person who is rich in China and who is added to the billionaires list is Wang Wei. His net worth is $22 billion, and his SF Express is the Chinese delivery services company. Another Chinese billionaire is Wang Jieling. His net worth is around $30 billion, and he is Chinese business magnate, investors and philanthropist. He is founder of conglomerate Dalian Wanda Group. Dalian Wanda is China's largest real estate company. And let's talk about another billionaire. He is billionaire investor Warren Buffett and chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. And he is also touching record highs. His wealth is touching record highs day after day. And Warren Buffett, if you talk about, he is getting richer in the world. And let's talk about Warren Buffett's wealth. His wealth has touched $81.5 billion. And the wealth has risen to an all-time high. Buffett made $35 billion in the past 5 years. And his net worth is equal to income of 11 million Indians. Warren Buffett is the legendary American investor as well. And Buffett is Berkshire Hathaway's chairman too, and he is one of the known billionaires around the world. Warren Buffett is at third spot in richest individuals list also. Buffett is after Microsoft's founder Bill Gates, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. And bans on texting while driving are common, but Honolulu in the US state of Hawaii has become the first city in the world to ban texting while crossing the road. Pedestrians caught crossing the street while staring at their smartphones will face a fine of up to $99 as a new law comes into effect. Take a look at this story.
While walking, while shopping, while driving. It's a growing hazard across the world. The smartphone obsession that poses a threat to public health. Now, Honolulu has implemented what experts call a milestone legislation that sets the bar high for safety. A ban on pedestrians texting while crossing roads.
I think it's a great idea. You see a lot of people just kind of in outer space walking through.
We should be walking and being aware although we are in a crosswalk, we still have to, be aware of our surroundings.
The new law imposes a fine between $15 to $35 for first-time offenders.
You want to start tomorrow?
That is, anyone caught crossing a street while viewing a cell phone or a similar device. Persistent violators, though, will be fined up to $99. Only emergency responders using their phones for their work are exempted. Pedestrians, though, are still allowed to talk on their phones while crossing the roads as long as they look at their surroundings. But not everyone is happy.
We've heard everything. We've heard some unhappy comments, but most people realize it is a problem.
The number of pedestrians injured in road accidents in the US has tripled since the introduction of smartphones, says a study. And it's a similar story across the world. Countries like the United Kingdom and Oman have imposed tough fines on texting while driving, as high as £200 for a first-time offender in the UK. China tried an innovative solution. It introduced a phone lane for texting pedestrians in the city of Chongqing. And Brick Lane in the UK tried padded lampposts to keep people from hurting themselves while texting and walking. Bureau Report, WION.
And now move over to new data from World Tourism and Travel Council revealed that world's top 10 fastest growing tourism cities are all in Asia, India being 7th on the list. According to the report, Chongqing is the fastest growing city for tourism in the world with a growth rate of 14% per year. Study looks at the contribution of travel and tourism to the economy and job creation in 65 cities around the world. Indian capital New Delhi is among the top 10 cities, standing at 7th position with a 10.8% growth rate per year. The list also features Shanghai, Beijing, Manila, Kuala Lumpur and Jakarta. Data from report shows that Shanghai and Beijing together account for 21% of all economic impact from travel and tourism in China. Let's go to market segment where Indian markets have once again touched record highs. And if we talk about Sensex and Nifty, both are at new highs, scaling new peaks. Sensex was up 104 points today and Nifty was also up more than 48 points. So clearly both markets once again touching record highs. Reason, first of all, today is an expiry day, and second, the recapitalization plan and the boost by Indian markets. The Indian government has really pumped up the markets as far as Indian markets are concerned. So today they touched record highs once again. Sensex was up more than 100 points, while Nifty also jumped 48 points. Yesterday they touched record highs when Sensex jumped 500 points and Nifty was also in green. And to talk more on this, we are joined by Mustafa Nadeem, our analyst for this evening. Good evening to Mr. Nadeem. First of all, I would like to ask you, how long do you see this bull run continuing?
Currently the market is in uncharted territory, but I think this bull run will continue because of the recapitalization of banks. The credit scene would improve, and once the credit and liquidity improves, the economy is bound to improve. So I think we would have longer term implication in form of bull run of this decision. And for the shorter term, I see the market at level of 10,400 going forward, 10,400, 10,415 letter. So the traders are advised to go long on the market with a stop loss of 10,230, and we can see levels of 10,400, 10,450 in coming time.
All right. And also, Mr. Nadeem, if we talk about global markets, how are the markets doing as far as the global markets are concerned? Today, if we talk about global markets, DAX of Germany is up. So European market, they are all in green, but Asian markets are mixed. It has been a trend that has been noticed from the last many days together that Asian markets are mixed, but European market are in green. So a lot of issues and a lot of concerns over there. But what are the main concerns and what are the main issues that will impact both Indian and European market and other global markets going forward? And because it's the end of month as well, so what are the big things that are on your radar?
I think the European markets are trading firm, but there is a mixed data coming from the European market. So that is some kind of concern for the European market, and they are seeing a 4-week low now. But I think with the result season on, the things would improve gradually, and we'll be again seeing new high in European market as well. As far as other Asian markets are concerned, Hong Kong and China, they are going very strong, and I think this bull run would continue for their market as well. Now, if I talk about US market today we have a whole host of results which would be giving the market new direction. Major technology companies are having results today like Google, Amazon. So I think they would be giving the US market the future direction, and I think the results would be good, and we might see some new highs in the US market.
All right, fine. Thank you, Mr. Nadeem, for talking to us and getting us all these details this evening. And as we tell the viewers, the markets in India once again touching record highs. Today was the day of expiry also. That has contributed to some extent as far as markets are concerned. Though in the morning they opened in red, but overall they gained few numbers, and by the time they ended, Sensex has gained 100 points and Nifty also has gained 48 points. Looks like markets are going to touch record highs. 35,000 could be made by the end of current year.